Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside to Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. From up top, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. And, Charles, an NFC North matchup here, the so-called black and blue division.
Atta baby, show that aid.
It's going to be a battle in 2019 as well. Who do you like out of this division?
Well, Chicago is a defending champion, and they play defense as well as anyone in the league, so you have to like their chances to repeat. Minnesota thought they were going to run the division, had a rough year. That's not normal Vikings football. They'll get back into the fray. Green Bay had such an underwhelming season last year. They changed coaches, but they still have number 12 throwing the football. And Detroit, they're on a crusade to eliminate bad football and get back to being the Lions that roar.
The punter and kickoff man, Sam Martin, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense heading out, led by Mitchell Trubisky, a Pro Bowler last year in 2018. And, of course, the number 2 overall pick in the draft back in 2017. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
We often overuse the term heart and soul when we talk about a player being just that for his team, but not in the case of Kyle Long in Chicago. He's shown his ability to be a Pro Bowl guard, a Pro Bowl tackle, but it's his passion for the game, his passion for his teammates that sets the tone for the entire team.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the carry, it's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Stanford. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
The Lions continue to be excited about having Jarrett Davis patrol the middle of their defense. Continues to make progress as he improves every facet of his game. What I like most about him, all the stories that you hear around the Lions organization, all times of the day and night, Jarrett Davis in the facility trying to get better.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing here, Trubisky toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Trubisky will throw. This one into the hands of Burton. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30.
It's a game of 10. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A 10-play drive that time, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. It's 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready? Lady! Mike is 59. Mike the 59. So don't say nothing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. On the return is Cohen. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. It's complete to Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He finds Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Lady! 44 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you not.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. Go 20. 44. Come on. You better bring it.
On third down, Stafford looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Blue 60. No chance.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Yellow 80! Get that ball! Get that ball!
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This from... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Draw play, Cohen, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sean Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Trubisky now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here we go. 2 times. Hey, we got 3 down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Right here. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Like that.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Double time, double time. Hey. You got three.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
180. 44. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the 24, Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Set. 280. Let's go one more.
Stafford on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Stafford. This one complete to Lacey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a first down throw. Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 15-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
It's a gain of 10.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jarrett Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. fans a reminder. I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The guilty party that time, Charles Leno Jr. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Trubisky shakes off the sack. His throw incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Stafford Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ready? 280. 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On first down, it's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On second down, it's Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Blue 60! I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, it's Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Throwing on second down. Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This from 54 yards away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come get some. Come on.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught by Montgomery. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On the draw, this is Cohen. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now Trubisky to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Johnson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From the 50, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Lacey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Lady! 59! Don't get nervous!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Trubisky. Nope. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run with McKissick, and he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Trubisky. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Javon Wims, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.